Hello once again, my students. Today we'll discuss about addition of integers or adding integers. But before we move on, let's think about this question. How do we know if the sum or the addition of two integers is positive, negative, or zero? There are several ways in order for us to add integers. First, we're going to use the number line. And later on, we're going to use some rules of adding integers. In order to use the number line, we're going to have these three examples: 6 plus negative 3, negative 6 plus 3, and negative 6 plus negative 3. Using the number line, you're going to put this number onto the number line. So let's start first with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can move on if we want to add some more. Let's put 7 since there's still a line. Negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. First, you go first with 6, and 6 is positive. You start here and you're adding negative 3. Which way is negative? Negative is going to the left. So if it's negative, you move to the left, and if it's positive, you move to the right. So here, you're going to add negative 3 using your absolute value. 1, 2, 3. The answer is positive 3. So you can put that into this question. The next one, negative 6 plus 3. So we can start with, since you have negative 6, let's start here. Negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, 1, negative 1, and 0, 1, 2, and 3. So here, we're going to start with negative 6. So you draw a line, and using your absolute value, you're adding 3. 1, 2, 3. So your answer is negative 3. Over here, you're adding two negative integers. So let's have a lot of negative numbers here. Let's start with negative 10, negative 9, negative 8, negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0 is somewhere there, right? And you're moving over there. So you start with negative 6. Negative 6 is somewhere here, right? And you're adding negative 3. So negative 3 is, you're doing space, you're going to the left since you are adding a negative number. So 1, 2, 3. So the answer is negative 6 plus negative 3 is negative 9. Next up, we're going to check the rules of adding integers. Adding integers with the same sign, you just add the absolute values of the integers, then use the common signs. Let's say, for instance, 2 plus 4, it's easy, it's 6. Positive 2 plus positive 4 is positive 6. The same sign. Add the absolute values of the integers, then use the common sign when adding same sign integers. Negative 3 plus negative 5 is so easy. You just add it. It's 8. And what's the sign? It's negative 8. Remember, in order to add integers with the same sign, add the absolute values of the integers, then use the common sign. It's just simple. If it's positive, positive, of course, the answer would be positive. If it's negative plus negative, the answer is negative. Same sign. Now, when you're adding integers with different signs, how do we go about that? Subtract. Use subtract. When adding integers with different sign, you always think of subtraction, ladies and gentlemen, and take the sign of the higher number. Here, 3 plus negative 2, again, you will subtract, which is 1, and you're going to take the higher number sign, which is higher here, 3 or 2, negative 2, and it's simple, it's 3. So your answer is positive 1. Negative 3 plus 7. Here, you're going to subtract 7 from 3, which is 4. And the higher sign here is positive, which is 7. So it's 4 or positive 4. Let's add some more example. Negative 5 plus 2. Okay, so what's the answer here? Definitely you're going to subtract because you have a negative sign and a positive number here. So you're going to subtract negative 5 from 2, which is 3, and the higher number here is negative 5. So the answer is negative 3. Looking at this example, you can see here a picture of two people walking from different directions, and we call this opposites. If people are walking in different direction, they are going on opposite ways or opposite direction. So opposite. And opposite meaning there is one rule that we can remember when adding opposite number integers. So let's say this is the number line, and we're going to make numbers negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. What is the opposite of positive 3? The opposite of positive 3 is negative 3. What is the opposite of negative 2? The opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. What is the opposite of negative 1? The opposite of negative 1 is positive 1. So that is what we call the opposite. So in adding opposite numbers, we have this so-called additive inverse property, wherein if you add two opposite number integers, the answer would be 0. Let's take this. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Negative 3 plus positive 3 is 0. Positive 10 plus negative 10 is 0. That's it, and I hope you learn from this lesson. Thank you.